Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Today I'm going to take a look at the use of shades in a structure in combination with the outdoor patio heaters. So let's just take a quick look at some of the benefits and things you need to look out for. So in this particular patio, you can see we have some beam construction. It's like a 10 by 12, a 4 by 12 beam, and they wanted to stick the patio heaters between some of the larger beams. So what I've done here is we need to maintain the clearances from the side of the beam to the heater itself. So these beams are approximately 3 feet apart, which allows you to have the full clearance. I believe it's 18 inches on either side. And what that's done here as far as the setup, you can see that these two beams are a little bit closer, further apart, and then closer and further apart, closer. So that still has some symmetry throughout the patio and allows for that clearances to be met. Also, the right here I just have some structure or shade structure that is just a cloth, let's call it. It could be something that drapes, it could be something that is on, stiff like this. But again, it needs to have the clearances so that the exhaust can flow out freely from the heater. There cannot be any type of obstruction above the heater itself. So those are a couple of things to look at. Now, some of the things that we were talking about with the client was the benefits of the shade, and more specifically, they wanted to well, let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and just look at the dimensions of this patio so we know we're all on the same page here. I have roughly a 9'3" elevation with these beams here. The heater itself, I believe, is 9'3¼ at the bottom of the heater. So we're matching the bottom of the beams, and then length and width, I think I have it here, is 21 feet by 12.5 feet. Alright, and then again 17 inches on the edge here on both sides, and the heater's 8 inches in dimension. And you can see it's actually 3'6" is what I have here as the opening. So that accommodates that. The center of the heater I have, I believe, is it offset here? I have it centered in the wooden structure here. So you can see it's 6'4.5" based on the dimensions that I have, but it's essentially centered in the patio. Alright, so what we were talking about is the benefits of the shade. He liked to use the patio in the morning, but it's awfully sunny in the morning, and I had talked to him about, well, how much shade do you really have out there at this time of year? Well, at different times of the seasons of the year. So I went ahead and made this location sensitive, let's call it, and putting out the sun, I'll have a shade here. So this is today's date, 10/25, 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is the kind of shade that you'll get from the hillside here, as well as there's some structures above the property line I have there. And I'm going to just zoom out a little bit here. As you go throughout the day, that's 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30, go on to 8, and you get all the way to this about 11. You can see 11 o'clock we start to get some benefit of the shade above the patio. We're at 11 here, and go to 12 o'clock, And you can see that again, we have issues at this time of year in late October where the shade really isn't going to affect the patio itself at all. So let me just go back through some other parts of the season. I'm going to go back in early morning hours. We're going to call it about 7 o'clock, 7:30. So here we have 7:38, 7:37. And let's just go to back in season. So this is early October, September. And you can see that shade structure doesn't benefit much in that morning hour throughout that whole season. So this is all 7:30 in the morning. Now we're going back into March, and there's January here, 7 o'clock in the morning. So the shade isn't helping. It's more of the mountainside and, you know, structure that's above the hillside that's actually shading the property line, or this portion of the property. So let's go back to October here, and about the 22nd of October. And then again, let's just go in the time and look at around noon. So here's, well, it's 1 o'clock essentially, but we'll go back through the seasons. We're going into December. Okay, and we'll slip back into January, February, March, April, and this is all noon hour. So you can see that looks like May, and at noon the shade really becomes effective, you know, for this particular space and time of season. Okay, now we had talked about the importance of the morning hour for this residence, and now I know this isn't appropriate here, but this is just a shade structure that I placed, and you can see, you know, what type of shade you're getting with, let's just call this a tree or something of that nature, you know. But we can change the time here. So we've got 7:40, 7:10, and you can see how the shade of this type would shade the patio early in the morning. And that would be, let's see, through the season, you know, there's October, or excuse me, December. Go back into January, February, March. So you can see how that added, and I'll take that off real quick. Just that added shade structure, be it a tree or something of that nature, would greatly benefit and give this client something he really wanted, which is shade in the morning to be used so that he could use a patio. Now I'm just going to go back into the ray of the heater so we have a clear understanding of how this ray would support this space. You can see that we have a really good coverage with just 2 units. He has got a bar seating over here, so that bar seating is fairly well covered. If you're up against the bar and leaning on top of the bar, sort of, you're not going to have that ray hit you, but where it is right here, if you're sitting right here in this space, then you'll be happy with the performance of the heater. And of course, if you're back here, there's no heat whatsoever if you're barbecuing or serving or something of that nature. So, you know, that's, I just wanted to kind of cover the idea of shades and locations and how that shade affects the use of a patio. I hope this kind of helps this client out. Also, again, we wanted to redesign maybe the structure, how it might look, and how it would incorporate the use of the heaters. And So there you have it. If you have any questions or if you'd like some help with your outdoor heating design, please give us a call. I'm Steve. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.